Hello dear students, how are you all? I Tausif welcome you once again on this wonderful platform Exampur. And dear students, today we are going to solve some very important questions, PYQs and also some MCQs. Okay, like majority of these questions are from previous year questions, but some original questions are also there which I have framed for you. And these questions are so important that if you understand the concept of these questions, you will be able to solve them easily in examinations. Okay, Deepak Singh, good afternoon. And the very first thing I want you to do is to share the session as much as possible so that more and more students may join us and may be benefited by this class. Okay, so in just a second, it's a matter of second. Arun, Aryan, good noon, beta. How are you? And I'm seeing you after 2 days. Actually, I was not doing well and I had some health issues. That's why I have not been taking. Yeah, my health is good. My health is good, Deepak. Now, this is still here, but I'm much better now. Okay, so today's class is very, very important because in today's class we are going to solve some very important questions of, and the topic is verb. Okay, the topic is verbs. MCQs with concept. Okay, MCQs with concept. This is our topic. Okay, MCQs with concept. So are you ready? Should we start? Should we start today's journey? Okay, so let's start, huh? So here we have our first question. Here we have our first question. He turned himself to the door and shouted with anger as he was very hungry. What is the error in this sentence? He turned himself to the door and shouted with anger as he was very hungry. What is the error in this sentence? I want you to participate. I want you to be, attentive in the class so that you may learn better. Okay, so what is the error in this sentence? He turned himself to the door and shouted with anger as he was very hungry. What is the error in this sentence? Deepak, Arun. See, in this sentence, here we have turned. Okay, and turned is an ergative verb. Okay, turned is an ergative verb, and you all know the concept behind the use of ergative verb, that ergative verbs are never followed by reflexive pronouns. Okay, ergative verbs are never followed by reflexive pronouns. Okay, ergative verbs are never followed by reflexive pronouns. So as we all know that himself is a reflexive pronoun. Okay, himself is a reflexive pronoun. Himself is a reflexive pronoun, and turned is an ergative verb. Okay, and ergative verbs are never, I repeat, ergative verbs are never followed by reflexive pronouns. So use of himself is wrong here. Use of himself is wrong here. Okay, the sentence would be he turned to the door and shouted with anger as he was very hungry. This would be the answer. Okay, now you must be thinking that turned is an ergative verb. As I told you, how many ergative verbs are there? So there are multiple ergative verbs. Okay, so let me tell you how many ergative verbs are there. So keep, stop, turn, move, hide, bathe, qualify, grow, fly, stop. I have already written stop. Okay, so these are ergative verbs, huh? Note them. These are ergative verbs. So what is the funda of ergative verbs? That ergative verbs are never followed by any ergative verbs are never followed by reflexive pronoun. Okay, so note all these verbs, because in examination questions can be asked from any of these verbs. Okay, here we have just one example, that I have given you a sentence that in this sentence turned is the main verb and turned is not followed by reflexive pronoun. So if you learn just one verb, that turned is not followed by reflexive pronoun, it won't help you. If you want to learn this concept, you must learn all the verbs which are ergative in nature, because there are multiple verbs which can be which are ergative and not followed by reflexive pronoun. So note all these verbs. Okay, so I was giving you the list. So keep, stop, turn, move, hide, bathe, qualify. Okay, and drop is also an ergative verb. Okay, drop is also an ergative verb. Besides this, begin, okay, break, change, these are all ergative verbs. Drop, begin, break, change. Okay, dry and finish, continue, these are ergative verbs, right? These are ergative verbs. Okay, or you can say shake, cook. Okay, these are ergative verbs. And what is the funda? These verbs are not followed by, these verbs are not followed by these verbs are not followed by reflexive pronouns. These verbs are not followed by reflexive pronouns. Now you all must know what reflexive pronouns are. Reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, himself, ourself, itself. These are reflexive pronouns. Okay, so these verbs are never followed by reflexive pronouns. So if reflexive pronouns are used with these verbs, it is an error. Okay, let's see the next question. Let's see the next question. See, question number 2. If you want to live a long life, if you want to live a long life, you must keep yourself fit. Now again, keep is also an ergative verb. Okay, keep is also an ergative verb, and as I told you, ergative verbs are never followed by any reflexive pronoun. Okay, so here the use of yourself is wrong. Here the use of yourself is wrong. Okay, keep is also an ergative verb. Okay, right. Next question. You should go back now as it is dark and you cannot drive at night. You should go back now as it is dark and you cannot drive at night. What is the error in this sentence? What is the error in this sentence? You should go back now as it is dark and you cannot drive at night. You should go back now as it is dark and you cannot drive at night. Akash, no, beta, should is not past. Okay, should is not past. Should is always present. Okay, should is always present. So should is present. So here also we need present tense. Here also we need present tense. So this sentence is absolutely correct. There is no error in this sentence. Okay, there is no error in this sentence, right? Okay. Next question. He hid himself. Now, hid is the second form of hide. Hid is the second form of hide. Okay. Hid is the second form of hide. So as we all know that hide is also an ergative verb. I just told you, I have just given you the list of ergative verb. So hide is an ergative verb, and we all know that ergative verbs are not followed by reflexive pronouns. So here use of himself is wrong. Okay. So as I told you, all these questions are from previous year papers. All these questions are from previous year papers. Okay. So now you get to understand that any ergative verb can be asked. So if you want to solve such questions, you need to learn all the ergative verbs, because you have just seen that keep as an ergative has been asked, hide has been asked, and stop has been asked. Okay, so learn all the ergative verbs that I have told you. Okay. Now the next one. He wants to keep himself. Again, keep is an ergative verb. Okay, and ergative verbs are not followed by reflexive pronouns. So here use of himself is wrong. Okay, he wants to keep busy. Okay. However, the word keep sounds more correct with himself. Okay, because when we see a sentence in English, we link it with the Hindi language or our local language or whatever it is. Okay, so in Hindi, when we use the word keep, we think that himself after is correct, but in English it is incorrect. Okay. Now the next one. I wish I have a car. I wish I have a car so that I could frequently travel to my village. Now this question is really important. This question is really important. I wish I have a car so that I could frequently travel to my village. What is the error in this sentence? I wish I have a car so that I could frequently travel to my village. Akash Chauhan, I were a car. This is not the right sentence. I were a car means I am a car. Okay, you have to change the sentence. See, here we have I wish. I wish, oh that, would that, and as if. Okay, these are the expressions. As though. One more expression is there. As though. So all these expressions, as though, I wish, oh that, would that, and as if, all these expressions are used to refer an imaginary situation, imaginary state. Okay, all these expressions show an imaginary state, and where there is imaginary state, second form has to be used. Second form has to be used. Okay, whenever you see I wish, oh that, would that, as if, as though, all these expressions are used to refer an imaginary state, and if there is an imaginary state, only past indefinite or the second form of verb should be used. Okay, so here we have I wish. I wish. Okay, now after I wish we need second form of verb, and second form of have is had. Second form of have is had. So here in place of have we need had. Many students get confused and they think that if the first clause is in present tense, the second clause as well should be in present tense, and they change this could into can according to have. They think that have is present, so the second verb should also be present, so could should be changed to can, but this is wrong, because after I wish we state imaginary condition, and imagination should also always be in past indefinite tense. That's why we have changed have into had. So the error is in the first part. Okay, clear? Is it clear or you have any doubt? Okay, now the next one. Question number 7. I did not admit to have cancelled the deal from my side. Now this is a very easy question. Easy question. but important. This is a very easy question but important. Okay. Where do you have confusion? I wish I have a car so that I could frequently travel to. Yes, yes, of course. Here could should also be changed to might. Yes, you are right. Okay, could should also be changed to might. Okay, Akash, yes, could should be changed to might as well. Okay, yes. So here we have two errors. This is typing error, of course. In examination, two errors will not be asked in a sentence. This is of course a typing error. So here I wish I had and could should also be changed to might. Okay, because of so that. Okay, Akash, now clear? So this is kind of typing error. Okay, in examination such questions will not be asked where two errors are given. Okay, in examination sentence will have just one error. Okay, now I did not admit to have cancelled the deal from my side. Now what is the error in this sentence? See, have is always followed by third form of verb. Have is always followed by third form of verb. But here we have first form. Which is wrong. So here in place of cancel, we need cancelled. Okay, I did not admit to have cancelled the deal from my side. No, Dasharat Saxena, I am not teaching in that batch, but Abhishek Kala sir is teaching there, and he is a wonderful teacher. He has got 99.99 percentile in CAT exam, so you can just rely on him. Okay, he is a wonderful teacher, and he'll be teaching you in officers batch. Okay. Okay, so here because of have we need third form of verb, and third form of verb is cancelled. Okay, let's see the next question. You would rather study than to complain of dim light. You would rather study than to complain of dim light. What is the error in this sentence? What is the error in this sentence? Yes. See, here we have would rather. Okay, would rather is followed by a first form of verb. Absolutely correct, no problem. But after then also we need just first form of verb. We cannot use to. Okay, then is followed by first form of verb. To should be removed. Okay. Clear this question? Yes, Akash, you are absolutely right. To cannot be used here. Okay. Now the next one. All the children went to play after taking breakfast as it was Sunday. Now very easy but important. This is a very easy question but equally important. What is the error in this sentence? Dashrath, Deepak, Akash. Dashrath Saxena, the cost of that batch is 1499. Okay, 1499, right? And it is the foundation batch. It is foundation batch. Okay, its cost is 1499, and the batch has been started like some 20 days back. Okay, so you have both the options. You can buy the foundation batch in which I am teaching for CGL, CHSL and CPO, and a new batch has been started by Exampur, in which a different team is working, and you can buy that batch also. Both the batches have wonderful teams. You can go for any of the batch. Okay. The batch in which I am teaching is a 1 month old batch. Like, it started 1 month back, but the officers batch has just started. So I would suggest you to buy the officers batch. Okay. Teachers teaching there are wonderful and they are very good. Okay, so buy that batch. Okay, so all the children went to play after taken breakfast. After taken breakfast. Sravani. Okay, see here the word after is a preposition. Here the word after is preposition. Okay, now let me tell you, this sentence can be altered in two ways. Okay, let me tell you. See, after is a conjunction. Okay, should be followed by subject plus have or had plus third form. Okay, if after, listen to me carefully, if after is a conjunction, it should be followed by a perfect clause. It should be followed by perfect tense. It should be followed by perfect tense. After is both a conjunction and a preposition. If after is a conjunction, it should be followed by perfect tense. Whether it is present or past, it should be followed by perfect tense. And after is a preposition too. And if after is a preposition, it should be followed by ing form. It should be followed by ing form. So if the sentence has after taken, if the sentence is after taking, it is wrong. Because if after is conjunction, it should be followed by a complete clause, and if after is preposition, it should be followed by ing form. So this is wrong, and this can be altered in two ways. Whether you need after they had taken. If you consider after a conjunction, it should be followed by a complete clause, subject plus had plus third form, right? And if you consider after a preposition, taken should be changed into taking. So both the things can be done. Let's get back to the question. Here after is followed by third form. So if you think after is a conjunction, so in place of taken, after they had taken. Okay, this they is for children. And if you consider after a preposition, so taken should be changed to taking. So both the options are correct, but third form cannot follow the word after. Okay, is it clear now? Okay, everyone, I hope you must be enjoying class at 1 p.m. Juhi ma'am is teaching there, and she is a wonderful teacher, and she must be teaching very well, and you must attend her class regularly, and her class will definitely help you in achieving your goals. Okay, let's see the next question. 10th question. The examiner asked us to stop to write immediately as the time was over. Now this is a really very important question. What is the error in this sentence? The examiner asked us to stop to write immediately as the time was over. What is the error in this sentence? Would you like to answer or should I explain? Okay, so here stop has to be followed by writing. Okay, so here in place of to write we need writing. But my question is the word stop always followed by gerund, or is it also followed by 2 plus v1? My question to you is that the word stop is always followed by ing, or is there any other case where stop can also be followed by 2 plus v1? Is this the only case with the word stop? Is this the only case with the word stop, or the word stop can also be followed by 2 plus v1? I just want to ask. Yes, dear students, my question to you is that the word stop followed by gerund only, or it can also be followed by 2 plus v1? See, both the expressions are correct, both the situations are correct. The only difference is meaning. The only difference is meaning. Let me explain. Stop is followed by gerund. Stop is followed by gerund, and stop is also followed by 2 plus v1. Okay, now what is the difference? 2 plus v1 refers to purpose of stopping. Okay, purpose of stopping. For example, I stopped to meet my uncle. Okay, for example, I was going somewhere and I saw my uncle standing somewhere. Okay, so I stopped to meet my uncle. I stopped to meet. So if someone asks, why did you stop? What was the purpose? I said I stopped. So someone asked me, why did you stop? What was your purpose? So my purpose was to meet my uncle. Okay, my purpose of stopping was to meet my uncle. So when stopped is followed by 2 plus v1, it showed purpose. Okay, it shows purpose. So when stop is followed by 2 plus v1, it refers to the purpose of stopping. And when stop is followed by gerund, it means to stop doing something. Stop doing something. Okay, so this is the difference. Stop can be followed by both a gerund and infinitive. Stop followed by gerund refers to stop doing something, and stop followed by 2 plus v1 refers to the purpose, that why did we stop. Okay, is it clear? Let me give you one example also. Let me give you one more example. For example, I stopped buying new clothes. Okay, and I stopped to buy new clothes. So both the sentences are correct. But both have different meaning. This sentence means I stopped buying. This sentence means that I do not buy new clothes. The meaning of this sentence is I do not buy new clothes because I have stopped buying. I will not buy new clothes now because I have stopped buying. So I will not buy new clothes. And the meaning of this sentence is that I stopped to buy new clothes. So this is purpose. It means I have to buy new clothes. That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped. Okay, so here stopped buying means that I will not buy new clothes anymore, and I stopped to buy means I have to buy clothes, that's why I have stopped. Okay, so I hope the difference between stop followed by 2 plus v1 and stop followed by gerund is clear. Do you still have any doubt? Do you still have any doubt, or you got the thing? Deepak Singh, where are you confused, beta? Okay, the next one. Having crossed the road, he was hit by an overloaded truck. Having crossed the road, he was hit by an overloaded truck. What is the error here? What is the error in this sentence? Now, this is very important question. This is a very important question. What is the error in this sentence? Having crossed the road, he was hit by an overloaded truck. See, this question, there is something called appropriate participle use. Okay, appropriate participle use. Now, what does appropriate participle use mean? What does appropriate participle mean? So first try to answer this question, then I'll explain. See, here we have having crossed. Now let me explain. Having plus third form is perfect participle. Okay, participle is used when an action happens after the completion of second action. Sorry, not second, actually first action. Okay, so having plus third form is perfect participle. Having plus third form is perfect participle, and perfect participle is used when an action happens only after the first action has been completed. For example, right now I am taking tea, and once I finish taking tea, I will go to market. So I am going to market after finishing my tea. So perfect participle is used when an action occurs after the completion of the first action. Okay, and if we use just ing in place of having plus third form, this is called present participle. This is called present participle, and present participle is used for simultaneous action. Present participle is used for simultaneous action. Now, see the question. Having crossed the road, he was hit by a overloaded truck. So now tell me, when someone can be hit by a truck, after crossing the road or while crossing the road? After crossing the road or while crossing the road? How can someone be hit by a truck after crossing the road? Once someone has already crossed the road, that means he has, dodged the danger of being hit. Okay, so if someone is hit by a truck, it means he was crossing the road. So here, in place of having crossed, we need crossing the road. Crossing the road. Present participle should be used in place of past participle. Okay. No need to add while. Sravani, no need to add while. Just write crossing the road. It is sufficient. No need to add while. Okay. While is a conjunction and present participle or perfect participle do not need any conjunction. So no need of adding while. Just change perfect participle, that is having plus third form, into present participle, that is ing form. That's it. No need to add while or other thing. Okay. So crossing the road, the sentence would be crossing the road, he was hit by an overloaded truck. This would be the answer. Okay. Now the next one. Picked up the flowers, all the children ran away. Picked up the flowers, all the children ran away. So here also, in place of picked up, we need picking up. Okay, because here both the actions are simultaneous and related. The children picked up the flowers and ran away. That means both the actions happened simultaneously. Picking up, children's picking up flower and running away. Both the actions are simultaneously, and most importantly, both the actions are closely related. Why children ran away? Because they picked up the flower. So both the actions are not only simultaneous but also closely related. That is why we need present participle. So in place of picked up, we need picking up, which is present participle. Okay. Next one. Question number 13. The shop being closed, we went to our neighbor Mr. Sharma for some sugar. The shop being closed, we went to our neighbor Mr. Sharma for some sugar. Is there any error in this sentence? Is there any error in this sentence? The shop being closed, we went to our neighbor Mr. Sharma for some sugar. This sentence is absolutely correct. There is no error in this sentence. Okay, there is no error in this sentence. If you have any confusion regarding this question, please let me know. I'll explain it further. Okay. The shop being closed, we went to our neighbor Mr. Sharma for some sugar. Do you find any error in this sentence? If you have any doubt, you please ask me. I'll explain it further. Or if you do not have doubt, we'll move to the next question. Yes. Okay. Let's move to the next question. You have enough money to buy this car, so you may not apply for a car loan. Now, this is a very important question. This is a very important question. What is the error in this sentence? What is the error in this sentence? Shravani, Dashrath, Akash, Deepak. What should be the answer of this question? This is very important one. Huh? This is a very important question. And I want you to try once. Where is everyone? Please try to answer this question. This question can be asked in examination. Okay, let me give you a hint. This question is based on the usage of modal verbs. This question is based on the usage of modal verbs. Yes, Deepak, no, Akash. Akash, you are absolutely right. Akash, you are absolutely right. See, here we have, you have enough money to buy this car. You have enough money to buy this car. So you may not apply. Now, the word may is used for possibility. Okay, may is used for possibility. But in this sentence, the sense is of suggestion. I am telling you that if you have enough money to buy a car, you should not apply for a car loan. This is kind of suggestion, no? For example, you said, I have 10 lakh rupees and I have to buy a car worth rupees 5 lakh and I am going to apply for a car loan. So what I'll say? I'll suggest you that if you have 10 lakh and you want to buy a car worth rupees 5 lakh, then why are you going to apply for a loan? You should not apply. So this is kind of suggestion, and for suggestion we use should. So in place of may, we have to use should, because may makes no sense here. The word may makes no sense here because may is used for possibility and here the sense is of suggestion. That's why may should be replaced by should. Hope you got the answer. Is it clear or you need any further explanation? Please tell me. Is this question clear or you need any further explanation? Okay. The next one. Your father had been calling you for 1 hour. There should be something important. Now try to find the error in this sentence. This is also a very important question. This is also a very important question. And yes, one more thing. Tomorrow I will have a very important session at 11 a.m. from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, and in that session I will be teaching you confusing verbs, which is very important for examination. So do attend tomorrow's session at 11 a.m. Okay. Okay. Your father had been calling you for 1 hour. There should be. Now always remember that should is for suggestion and must is for suggestion as well as high possibility. Okay, so this sentence does not give the sense of suggestion. This is sense of possibility. If I say that your father has been calling you for an hour, okay, if someone's father has been calling for 1 hour repeatedly, it means there is something urgent. And what is this? This is not a suggestion. This is a highly possible thing. Okay, this is something highly possible. So here in place of should, we need must. Okay, because should is only for suggestion and must is for suggestion as well as possibility. So here in place of should we need must. Okay. Today I am having problem in writing because of this, but I hope I'll get rid of this today only. Tomorrow I'll be fit and fine. Okay. Next one. Seeing Johnny Lever on the screen, I should not help laughing. Now this is also a very important question. Seeing Johnny Lever on screen, I should not help laughing. Seeing Johnny Lever on screen, I should not help laughing. What is the error in this sentence? What is the error in this sentence? Seeing Johnny Lever on screen, I should not help laughing. See, there is a phrase cannot plus help plus ing. Cannot plus help plus ing. This phrase or this expression means that we cannot control. Okay, we cannot help plus ing means not able to control plus ing. Not able to control plus ing. Okay. Yes, I do have Ganesh. I do have one, and you can find me with my name. Okay. You can find me with my name Tausif sir. Okay. Okay. So cannot plus help plus ing means not able to control. For example, if I write I cannot help laughing. I cannot help laughing. This means that I was, sorry, present is there, no? I am not able to control laughing. For example, I saw a funny scene, and just seeing the funny scene, I was not able to control myself of laughing. So I'll say I cannot help laughing. So cannot help plus ing means not able to control. Okay. Now in this question, seeing Johnny Lever on screen, I should not help laughing. I should not. So this sentence makes no sense. But if we change should into could, it does make sense. Okay. Seeing Johnny Lever on screen, I could not stop laughing, but I was not able to stop myself. Clear now? Clear? Okay. So here in place of should we need could. Now the next one. Seeing elderly people suffering in old age homes, I may not. So this question is for practice. Same concept is there. Here in place of may, we need can. Seeing elderly people suffering in old age homes, I cannot help cursing their irresponsible children. Okay. Is it clear now? Okay. So if you want to ask anything, this is the right time. Okay. Please feel free to clear your doubts. Do you want to say something? Do you want to ask something? See, the sentence is in present tense, Ravani. The sentence is in present tense. Okay, so don't make it in past unnecessarily. So if may is there, just change it into can. No need to change the tense until and unless it is necessary. Okay, so the whole sentence is given in present tense. And since whole sentence is in present tense, there is no need to change its tense. So if the word may is there, simply change it into can. No need to change the tense. Okay, so could will not be the answer. Okay. Now the next one. I have suggested to my friends that they will organize a charity show to raise fund for Kerala flood victims. Now this is also important and very easy too. Not just important, this is very easy too. So tell me the answer. What should be the error? What should be the answer? What is the error in this sentence? Yes. Ganesh said would. As Ganesh said would. Anyone else who would like to answer this question? Always remember, beta, the word suggested is always followed by should. Okay. There can be no other modal verb except should if the main verb is suggested. Okay. So here we have suggested. It is always followed by modal should. There is no other option. So in place of will, we need should. Okay. Suggested is always followed by should. Okay, Ganesh. Don't change will into would, because suggested is always followed by should. Okay. Now the next one. You should have showed your result card to your father. Such questions are also very important. Okay. This question is based on verb forms. Okay. Such questions are very frequently asked in examination, and if you want to solve such type of question, you need to learn irregular verbs. Okay. Do you know the difference between regular and irregular verbs? See, regular verbs are those which have first form and first form plus ed as the second form and first form plus ed as the third form. Okay. For example, want. Second form of want is wanted and third form of want is also wanted. So want is a regular verb. So you do not need to learn the forms of regular verbs. You need to learn the forms of irregular verbs, because they may confuse you. So there are number of verbs that have confusing forms. Okay, there are number of verbs which have confusing second and third form. For example, there is a verb like slide. Now, what is the second form of slide? Many students gets confused by slided, but slided is not the second form. Slid is the second form. So there are number of irregular verbs which have confusing second and third form. So in order to solve such questions with accuracy, you need to learn the forms of irregular verbs as many as possible. Okay, so in this sentence, see, show is the first form, showed is the third form, and shown is the third form. Showed is second and shown is third form. And as we all know that have is followed by third form, so in place of showed we need shown. You all are absolutely correct. You all are absolutely correct. In place of showed we need shown, because have is followed by third form and the third form of show is shown. So there are number of verbs, as I told you, there are numbers of verbs which have confusing second and third form. These are called irregular verbs. Okay, so if you want to solve such questions, you need to learn irregular verbs and their forms as many as possible, right? No problem, Surbi. Okay, let's see the next question. Question number 20. When I went there, I found my brother crying and his friend tried to console him. Now this is very easy but important. This question is very easy but important. My class was supposed to be of 2 hours at least, but I don't think that today I'll be able to, be here for long time, because as you can see, and I am having a problem with this. Okay, this is creating problem in writing. So let's see how long can I stay in the classroom. But from tomorrow I'll be absolutely fine, and from tomorrow I'll be taking full complete sessions. Okay, so here, yes, here we have ing form, here we have ing form. Okay, and we all know that a conjunction must have same structure. If there is ing form before conjunction, there should be ing form after it. Okay, so here in place of try we need trying. Here in place of try we need trying. Okay, Surbi, welcome to my class on this channel. Okay. You won't believe, guys, I have not eaten even a single grain since like 2 days have since I don't even remember then that when have I eaten last. I'm feeling so hungry now, and I'm having problem is speaking too. Okay, so let's see the next question. Do you know that I have and always will take classes regularly? This is not true, because I have not been taking class for 2 days. So this is just a sentence. Do you know that I have? See, here after have main verb is missing. After have main verb is missing, and we all know that have is always followed by third form. Have is always followed by third form, but here after have no main verb is there. So we have to fill this gap. Now we can fill this gap with this verb, but in third form. So here after have we need to write taken. We need to write taken, because if there is no main verb after this helping verb, this verb will take its place. But here take is after will, which is in first form, but when this verb comes here, it will be in the third form, because have is always followed by third form. So I have taken would be the right answer. I have taken would be the right answer. Okay. No, Ganesh. No need to remove will. No need to remove will, because these are two different sentences. Let me explain. Sentence is, I have always taken classes regularly. Okay. And second sentence is, I will always take class regularly. Okay, so these are two sentences. Okay, now if you have to join both the sentences, you can neither remove the helping verb nor the main verb, because helping verb and main verb both are different in both the sentences. Neither the helping verb nor the main verb is repeated, so you cannot remove any of these two. You have to write both. So if you join these sentences, this sentence would become, I have always taken and will always take. This would be the right answer. Okay, because nothing has been repeated here. Neither the helping verb nor the main verb has been repeated. That's why you cannot remove any of the thing. Okay. Okay. So is this clear? Is this clear? Okay. Now the next one. All my neighbors have been waiting for my speech for 3 hours. No one was waiting actually. This is just a sentence. And whenever I deliver a speech, people often get bored. And they say, please, don't ever try delivering a speech. Your speeches are very boring. I'm always accused of delivering boring speeches. So no one was waiting actually, but this is just a sentence. All my neighbors have been waiting for my speech. See, we all know that have is followed by third form. So here in place of being, we need been. This is a very easy question. Very obvious one. Okay, very obvious one. Now the next one. Question number 23. I assure you that no student of my class was made to be completed the work before time. Now this is an important question. This is an important question. I want to see which of you answers this question first. I want to see. How many of you are there who are able to solve this question, and that too in the shortest time? Let's try. I assure you that no student of my class was made to be completed. See, I'm waiting for your answers, then I'll explain it to you. So in this question, this be has to be removed and completed has to be changed into complete. Okay, because 2 plus V1, its passive is 2B plus third form. Okay, so if I write the work was to be completed. The work was to be completed. This is absolutely correct, Because the work is not doer. The work is not doer. It is not doer. That's why passive of 2 plus V1 is absolutely correct. But if I write I was to be completed, I was to be completed, this is wrong because I is doer. Okay, and work is completed. I am not completed. I am the one who completes the, I am the one who complete the work. Getting my point? I am the I am the one who complete the work, and the work is completed. So with the non-doer subject, you can use the passive form. With the non-doer subject, see, the work is a non-doer subject. Work is the non-doer subject. So the non-doer subject can be followed by a passive format, but a doer subject cannot be followed by passive. Okay, so here I assure you that no student. Now student is a doer. Student is doer, and doer cannot be followed by passive structure. Okay, so here to be completed will be changed to complete. Okay, got the point or not? Is it clear or you still have doubts? Okay, now the next one. My teacher let me read books, play with my friends, and to study in a very friendly environment. What is the error in this sentence? Very easy but important. This is very easy but important. Very easy but important. What is the error in this sentence? Omit to. Yes, Sravani, you are absolutely right. Let is followed by V1. Okay. Let is never followed by 2 plus V1. Okay. 2 is not allowed after let. So here let is followed by V1, absolutely correct. Here V1, absolutely correct. But here study has 2 prefixed with it, which is wrong. So remove this 2, because study, play and read, all 3 verbs represents let as the main verb. So let is not followed by 2. That's why we have to remove 2, which is prefixed with the word study. Okay? Okay, wonderful. Next question now. Question number 25. He reviewed all the files after directed to do so by his manager. Now, what is the error in this sentence? Dear students, before I explain this question to you, Gaurav sir is here and he wants to make an important announcement. So, I want to welcome Gaurav sir. Please, Gaurav sir. And he wants to make an important announcement. Please, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Actually, so कैसे हैं आप सभी लोग चैंपियंस? तो आप सभी के लिए मैं एक okay, hello champions. So how are you all? I hope everybody is doing great. So in this session, in this announcement, I'm going to have a very special class for you all. Every day at 7 a.m. I'm going to organize the Hindu editorial session, every day on Bangpur channel. Okay, what you have to do is you have to come to Bangpur YouTube channel and attend the session on the Hindu editorial, where I used to teach students vocabulary, language, and grammar too. Okay, so all the students, you all are just invited. Just share this news among your friends so that maximum people can come in the class. Okay, and I'll see you there, everybody. And tomorrow is Sunday, we are going to have a revision session, a weekly revision session, we can say. So weekly revision class at 2 p.m. on Bangpur YouTube channel. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Guys, Gaurav sir is a wonderful teacher, and as he said that every day he takes session for editorial, so you must attend that session. It will be very, very helpful for you. Okay. Okay. Now let's get back to our questions. He reviewed all the files and directed. After directed, see, after someone has answered, Sravani said directing. See, Shivani, Deepak, Akash, this sentence has two problems. Okay, one. Problem number one. Now concentrate. Problem number one. After is a preposition which should be followed by ing form. Okay. This is problem number one. And when you saw third form after the word after, you think that this would be the right answer. Okay. Because after is a preposition and it should be followed by ing form. And when you saw that here we have third form with the word after, that is a preposition, it should be changed into directing. Okay. But there is one more problem. And the second problem is that the word directed is a transitive verb. Verb directed is a transitive verb, and a transitive verb is always followed by object. Transitive verb is always followed by adjective. Object. Transitive verb is always followed by objected. And if there is no object, after a transitive verb, it should be changed. It should be changed into passive. Okay. So there are two problems with this question. Problem number one, after is a preposition which should be followed by ing form. And second problem, directed is a transitive verb which must have an object, and in the absence of the object, directed should be changed into passive. Now, if you change directed into directing, this will solve just one problem, that after should be followed by ing form. But the second problem is still there. Directed is a transitive verb after which there is no object, and if there is no object after a transitive verb, it should be changed into passive. So what you have to do, just change directed into passive. Okay, so it will become after being directed. Now, if you add being before directed, both the problems have been solved. If you add the word being before directed, both the problems have been solved. Now, after, the word after has to be followed by ing. So now ing form is there, being is an ing form. And the word directed, which is a transitive verb, must have an object, and in the absence of object, it should be passive. Now this problem has also been solved, because when you add being before directed, it becomes passive. So just adding the word being before directed solves both the problems. So the correct answer of this sentence would be after being directed. Hope you got the concept. Now, is this concept clear, or you need any further explanation? Please tell me. Is this concept clear? Why have we added the word being before directed? Because this question had two problems. And both the problems can be solved by adding just a word. Is this clear, or you need any further explanation? Okay. Now the next one. Without sophisticated technology, they could not have been completed the work. Now this is also a very important question. Without sophisticated technology, they could not have been completed. Let me tell you something, okay? Subjects are of two types. One doer subject and second non-doer subject. Okay, one is doer subject and second is non-doer subject. Doer subject means someone who does something is doer, and someone who receives an action is non-doer. For example, I filled the bucket, and second sentence, the bucket was filled. Okay, so here I is the subject and here bucket is the subject, but I is a doer subject and bucket is non-doer subject. Non-doer subject. Okay, because I am the one who am filling the bucket, so I am doer subject, and the bucket is not filling something, it itself is being filled. So bucket is non-doer subject. Okay, so there are two types of subject, doer subject and non-doer subject. Now, doer subject is followed by active structure. Active structure. Okay, and non-doer subject is followed by passive structure. Passive structure. And we all know what passive structure is. Passive structure means B plus third form. Passive structure means B plus third form. And doer subject is followed by active structure. Like B plus third form cannot be used with the active structure. Okay, now let's see this sentence. Here we have could not have been plus third form. So this is B, this is third form. Means this is passive. B plus third form means passive. Now, if the subject of this sentence is non-doer, if the subject of this sentence is non-doer, this sentence is correct. But if the subject of this sentence is doer, this is wrong, because doer subject cannot be followed by passive structure. Now let's see. Without sophisticated technology, they. Now the subject is they. Subject is they. Now tell me, they is doer or non-doer? Obviously, they is doer. They is doer. And if they is doer, and if they is doer subject, it should not be followed by passive structure. But the structure is passive. So we have to change this passive structure into active structure, and for that we only need to remove the word been. So just remove the word been and the sentence becomes active. Hope you got the answer now. Without sophisticated technology, they could not have removed been, completed the work proficiently. I hope you got the answer. I hope you got the answer. Do you still have doubts regarding this concept, or is it clear? Deepak, Srivani, Akash, Dashrath, everyone, do you still have doubts regarding this question, or is it clear? Okay. Now the next one. Going towards the main gate, someone called me. Going towards the main gate, someone called me. See, a participle must have the same subject as the main clause. So here subject is someone. Okay, but here someone cannot be the subject. Someone cannot be the subject here, because going towards the main gate, someone called me. If someone called me, it means who is going towards the gate? I, not someone. Okay, so the subject here is not the same as the subject with the participle. Okay, so the error is in the first part. The sentence would be I going towards the main gate. Okay, or it should be while I was going to the main gate. Okay, so this should be the sentence. Okay. Okay, now the next one. The boy was trembling with anger when his friend threw his bag in a dustbin. Now this is a very easy one. Very easy. This is a very easy question. This is a very easy question. I want to see who answers first. Ganesh, you are close to right, but you have used the wrong form of verb. Okay, this sentence is in past. Okay, always remember that was is the second form. Okay, so if the sentence is in past indefinite, the second clause should also be in past. So here in place of throw, which is first form, we need threw. THRUW. Okay, throw is the second form and thrown is the third form. First form, second form and the third form. Okay, so in place of throw we need through. Srivani, why did you delete your message? The boy was trembling with anger when his... And one more thing, Ganesh, Ganesh, here we have when. Always remember, beta, always remember that when is always followed by indefinite. Okay, when is always followed by indefinite. When is never followed by perfect. Okay, when is never followed by perfect. So if you write when plus had thrown, this is wrong, because when is a subordinate conjunction and it is never followed by perfect tense. Okay, no, for anger is not correct. With anger, trembling, if when we see a ghost, we tremble with fear, we tremble with anger, we tremble with joy. Okay, so trembling is always, the word trembling is always followed by with. Okay, trembling, the word tremble is always followed by with. Okay, okay, the next one. Having been a doctor, I always try to help poor. So we'll resume this class tomorrow at 11 a.m. Okay, to be continued. To be continued. Okay, and this question is your homework. This question is your homework, and we will resume this class tomorrow at 11 a.m. So make sure that all of you are present in that class. Okay, now tell me, how many of you are going to be absent in that class tomorrow at 11 a.m. and how many of you are going to be present there? I want to see all of you in that class, because tomorrow we'll not only continue this session, but also I'll tell you some very important things regarding confusing verbs. Okay, tomorrow I'll give you a list of most important confusing verbs which are very useful in examination. Okay, so tomorrow we will not only complete this session but also discuss some very important confusing verbs and their forms. Okay, so be present there. Okay, okay, so this much for today, and tomorrow I'll get rid of this also. So with full energy I'll continue this class. Okay, see you tomorrow guys. Till then, goodbye.